There's Sophia out there.
Look at that little doggy out there.
Okay, Clark,
Okay.
the hammock chair. First off, really like the weaving of it. That's really good. I know this is ultimately not the cord or the rope that we're going to use. However, here's the big difference. I want you to look at that chair. Now, this is a chair that I've used in my booth as a demo for maybe a couple of shows. So part of this is that it's been sat in and stretched out. But I want you to see how that raises up. Okay? And this does not. There's none of this happening here. This is the front, sorry. There's none of this happening. Here's the difference. Okay? What? Okay. When you sit in this one, you sit in it like a chair. And this is really more what we're looking for. We call it the hammock chair. It needs to be more of a chair that you sit in really nice. You know, hey, this is cool. And you're also able to stretch out. You don't want to film Sophia right now, but anyway. So you see how I'm kind of in a, I like to think of it like an astronaut. And in the astronaut position, it's quite comfortable. But this is what we're looking for. And in this one, we're not getting that. Sorry, as my Canadian wife would say. Now I can finagle myself into it just because I know how to do it, but when I sit in this one, I'm laying down and there's no sense of chair. I think it's just shortening these ropes, making them exactly duplicating what those are. Okay, so this, and I may have confused you when I said we want to be able to lay in it, but we really see this just is not big enough. I mean, it is, but
well, no. The bottom line is that when you put the chair, that chair up to this chair, as we'll demonstrate, there's a difference in the size, hon.
right.
Yeah, just the size,
so
really.
I think if you duplicate exactly what we have here, and the cord is the same.
Yeah.
Now, the other issue that I'm concerned with, Clark, when you sent this, these two things were reversed. This was on the inside and this was on the outside. You can see, you see how this is slipping? This needs to be addressed. This problem needs to be addressed because it happens a lot in my booth. You know, it will just slide in. And I've showed you pictures of this. This is my simple solution. A little screw. I know it's not aesthetic, but it does solve the problem. This problem has to be solved. So and can we put that chair on that S-hook, this one here, so we can just show the, yeah. Okay. Now I'm hoping that sunlight is going to work just because, yeah. So yeah, that's a good little shot. So that's kind of the difference in the size, eh, Clark? So it's like, even though I don't know, this may be the same length,
right.
It's just not translating.
And you know what it might be? Look at here, dear, right there. These ropes are just shorter. This comes down quite a bit more. I'm trying to get, yeah, like that's where that ends, and this ends like you. Well, so you know, Clark, it's just a lot smaller of a chair, yeah. But maybe that's not like you're saying, but just the length of these ropes.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like at this point it needs to be more like. Also, you know, it comes with a pad. This one didn't have a pad, and again, easy hang on the happy bag. Yeah, there's China. Yeah, boom.
Sometimes we get the easy hang. Sometimes we don't.
The footrest, the one you sent, didn't have a dowel in it. but the footrest has got to be something that's functional. This one's okay.
Right.
You know, I think this is better than you just had it without the dowel, and maybe you just left the dowel out. This still, you kind of have to fish your feet through it. I wish it wasn't quite that way.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
pretty
works.
small, yeah.
Works okay.
Yeah.
So those are the concerns with the hammock chair.
Yes.
I think you're the man. I think you can fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been great to see the work that's been done, and with our communication on these last few things, we're feeling pretty awesome.
So hopefully we can make those tweaks on the classic, the hammock chair, and the deck chair. And then getting into the... Now just real quick, I wanted to show you, this was the Silly Factory's first incarnation of the wicker, and this is actually wood underneath here. It's just wood dowel covered with wicker. I don't know if that would work.
And we've had this chair hanging out here, Clark, because we put them out and we experiment a bit. It's been hanging for, gosh, I don't know.
3-4 years?
3-4 years, yeah.
Of course, we never sit in it.
Yeah. We're too busy working to sit in chairs and things.
But this is like the one that I sent you. Of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So awesome.
All right.
Hey.
Tennessee. And one day, Clark, you and your wife and whoever you want are going to be sitting out here drinking margaritas or whatever you like to drink.
Yes, yes.
Warm buttermilk.
Pop, as we say in Canada.
Pop.
Pop. All right, we better...
You got a little song? A little something?
I am who I am. What you see is what you get, and what you get is the truth. Loving, living out loud with my heart inside out. I am who I am. It's all that I can be. It's all that I got. 'Cause I kinda suck at pretending I'm not who I am.